Here for the delay. Some days I'm just running really behind, so apologize about that. I believe we got everything though. Should go ahead and go straight into it because I already am late enough as it is. Try to remember. So Iceberg is the publisher that has done, like, did Darkness Within 2. I don't think Stormling. I think Stormling is not the same. They did a different game. Let's see. Let's do this for the moment. Pause that. Okay. Yeah, they did Conarium, which I own, but I haven't played actually. Oh no, they did Darkness Within and Darkness Within 2. Okay, they did both of those. I did not realize. I thought it was somebody else that did those. Okay, that's fine. Uh, yeah, okay. So it's those, and then they also did Conarium. Was the Conarium I think was the one I was thinking of, but I guess they did do Darkness Within 1 and 2 as well. Okay, well that's good. That's fine. Um. Anyway, I just wasn't remembering for sure. Uh yeah, this is where we have to go down the stairs, right? I think. Okay. I think we're already in the process of going down the stairs. I think. Yeah. Walking rather than running because I don't know if she can come down here or not. I'd rather just go and turn the cross again if possible. Whew. Still need to find the code for the jewelry box, and I don't know if we're going to get something else. We very well might. I actually was swore these guys were going to come after me. They never did. Okay. Nothing in here to light, right? I already lit that earlier. Yeah, okay. Now if I do, not that, this. So there's one gold totem we've not found. Got another 13 diary pages. And collectibles, I mean, collectibles are collectibles. Family tree portraits would be good, I think. 4 more candles. Okay. Oh, and what was that last thing? Oh, die 10 times? I only died 3 times? Oh, I thought I died more. That's okay. I'll die more. I will die more. Just because I shifted the cross doesn't mean we're done. I'm assuming she can come into this dimension too. So... there's that bang, that like kind of low, hollow, not banging exactly, but kind of shifting or something sound. Making me think something else is currently going on. See, the fact that she was I think it was the same lady, was appearing earlier as like, oh, like a crying and a helpless ghost, or and then she turned out to be like a half demon. That's not good for us. Because, like I said, the fact that she appeared like quote unquote helpless or whatever here before we even got into the whole. Wait, I thought there was somewhere. Must be a different set of stairs I'm thinking of. I was trying to remember the we came through and went up some stairs before all the doors slammed and stuff. But anyway, that maybe it's just something from the other dimension. Maybe that passage doesn't exist here. Anyway, the fact that she was here in like reality and didn't attack us, but was around, and then she was there in the other dimension, makes me think she can come into this world still and attack us. So that's gonna be fun. I don't really have any additional hints as far as, I mean, I just um, need to find the code for the jewelry box. Okay, and we have a key for a small box. So I don't know where the key goes, and I don't know where the code is. I guess we need to find that. See, like here in the other dimension, we could go up here. You can't do that in this one. That's still got all the junk on the stairs. Now, I want to know why they put all this crap up here on the stairs to block it off. Did she come through here and it was super dangerous or something? I don't know. I've already been through this, so I don't know what we're trying to do exactly. Oh, welcome home. Ah, that's great. Was that there before? I don't think that was there before, right? So that's fun. That's fun. I don't know what we get though up here. I don't think there's anything up here for us, right? Is there? I don't think there's anything for us up there. But I don't know what we're looking for is the thing either. Like, where is there going to be a code or I don't. So we couldn't get through any of these gates. The main gate. We got the main gate, right? Because we cut it with those. You still have those on us, by the way? I don't remember. J? No, it's not J. Is tab? There we go. Yeah, we still have them. We still have side cutters, so we could cut some wires, some other wires. But anyway, so we do still have those. So the main gate we opened because there were the wires holding it shut. And so that was, reasonable enough. Like easy enough to do. Um the gate over to the passage, if you want to call it that, over to the west, kind of west northwest of the well, or west southwest of the altar, is like blocked off, like things leaning and stuff. I think maybe even corrugated steel plate or something. So we can't get through there. We were not told anything about going back to the well or anything, so I don't think we need to do that. Maybe that's the indicator. Maybe I need to go up to where it says welcome home and look up there more. I guess that's what we'll do. Because I don't know what else. Okay, let's try that. Now, I don't know why it says welcome home. Did we like leave home against somebody's wishes, maybe? Like, were we not supposed to leave home previously or something? Those are both still sealed off. We already had done this, right? And gone through there. So we opened that box already. What was the other box? That's not really a box there. This right here by the bottle, but that's not a box. If I go this way. Now, we previously had looked through here and we could see the numbers and kind of the blood and what, right? Yeah, that. Yeah, that's room 2 to the side, I believe. Still not totally sure what. Oh, that door. Door to 1 slam shut. Nah, okay, whoops, go back out and shut it again. That's fine. Like I said, I don't know, though. I don't know. Yeah, it's just cannot go out that window, which makes sense. It's boarded up. Where is... So that radio's downstairs, right? I wonder if I mess with the radio, something happens. I don't know, maybe. Or maybe not. What is... Oh, that's the cupboard, yeah. Alright. Hey, Cresting Dust. Yo, you're first. That's right, man. Congratulations. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. I'm playing this blind, so I like to try to figure stuff out on my own. So if you could not spoil stuff, that'd be great. I will ask if I have trouble figuring something out. But usually I will attempt stuff several times, like 5, 6, 7 times, sometimes even, before I ask for help. So just so you know, that's kind of how I like that type of stuff to go. I appreciate you stopping by, man. How's it going? Have you played this? You like it? Turn the radio on and off. Tune the radio. Okay. We'll turn it to kind of some Baroque music or whatever. Okay, so effectively, so let me pull this up. So, wait, I have more people to discover? This is all full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, so 1, if we don't count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or if you count them, 9, 10. So why does this say all family tree portraits and names 10 out of 19? I guess more are going to just show up, even though they don't look currently linked. Anyway, okay, basically, now I don't know, like, we're only partway through the game, so I don't know the full details of everything that's going on. Okay, so, like, obviously, take this within, you know, with a certain level of reason that I don't know everything. Okay, but so far, from what I understand, you have the Anderson family, okay, over on the upper right here on this family tree. Dorothy and William Anderson. You had Frank Anderson was their son, and Lillian Anderson was their daughter. Okay, now she married Harry Rhodes, and so her last name is Rhodes now, but her maiden name was Anderson as well. So there, now if we look at the map, okay, way over here, kind of in the, I guess it's basically the center, up a little bit from the center, there's House of Andersons. Okay. And then the Rhodes house, which is our last name, we're Rhodes, and that's most of that family tree, is way over on the right side of the map. Okay? So when we were over at the Andersons' house, we were, you know, that was the first, basically we showed up at the top left of the map where that road is. Okay? And we took the little winding path. I think this is supposed to be, like, basically now. I think it's supposed to be basically now. But a lot of the history is from the past, right? So, I think, so our character, let's go back to the family tree. We are George Rhodes here in the bottom center, okay? Or I guess this probably isn't now. I think this is supposed to be like the 1960s or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it's something like the 1960s, maybe 1970s. Okay? So we're George Rhodes. So we showed up that road on the upper left. So up, like basically where I'm pointing on with my webcam, basically straight up this road right here. At the top of that, and we came and then we took that little winding path that heads east, right? Into town. And that's why this is called St. Rhodes. The name of the town is St. Rhodes, or West St. Rhodes. Anyway, so we got a letter saying that, like, from the police, we got a notification that, like, our last family, Rhodes family, had died. And they left in their will, they left us their mansion here over on the right side. So, okay, great. We inherited the family house. So we come to you know, see what that's all about. We came on that little path, like I said, the little path that heads over this way. And we got to the gate and entered the town. And we tried several things. You can see the red X's. That's places where I had tried to enter, but it was blocked off, and I could not pass. Okay, so after a couple of tries of trying to enter other places and was not able to get through, we were able to get into the house of Andersons there. Okay, so in that house we started reading some letters and stuff. Anyway, and then so we basically progressed to the whole association. So over here on the right side of the Anderson family, and the left, like 2/3 of this are the Rhodes or demons that are apparently associated with the Rhodes. Some of the Rhodes family, not us, but some of the family of the Rhodes are associated with demons. Okay. Anyway, so the Andersons' daughter Lillian married into the Rhodes family. So William, you can see there over there on the upper right, William Anderson wrote some notes about how he hated the Rhodes family and that the Rhodes family was involved in the occult and demon evil things and stuff, right? And the Andersons apparently, so again the family on the right, were I guess like devout, some Christian religion or something, right? So like I don't know, Pentecostal or something. Anyway, and so they were very, very right. The Bible tells us this, and these things are bad, and whatever. So William, in his diary entries, wrote he was very, very like he hates the Rhodes family, even though his daughter married into it. He still hates them. Okay. Anyway, so that's the connections. We have like one part of our family tree goes back to the Andersons, the other part goes back to the Rhodes, and the two families hate each other. So in the course of things, apparently in the past, our grandfather, Edward Rhodes, that's the top center, I think it was his wife, Elizabeth, just to the left of him, was dying. And he was so sad about it, right? He was grieving so hard over it that he was willing to look up an occult ritual that had to do with a demon named Samagina. That's the very top left there. So he did some ritual dealing with that demon Samagina, and he created, basically, he took like a demon horn and embedded it into his wife's skull, creating, so you have Elizabeth there, creating the hollow Elizabeth over to the side. Okay? So as we go through different things, and there's even, I'm not going to run down there just so you can see it, but there's even like below the Rhodes mansion, down in like the, what would be the cellar, there's even a like an occult altar where like we put a cross and we had turned the cross upside down, and then we entered like kind of a demon realm and stuff. So anyway, so effectively, from what I can tell, the idea is that we've inherited this house from, so George, us, we inherited from Harry and Lillian. Well, apparently Harry never passed on to us that Edward had done this demon ceremony with his wife, Elizabeth. And so our grandparents created this demonic spirit, hollow Elizabeth. And so when we had turned the cross upside down, then we went through the demon realm some, she was aggressive and she's killed us 3 times now. So she's a threat. She also, however, appeared before we ever entered the demon realm. She appeared as a ghost in the real world, making me think that hollow Elizabeth, the demon version of her, probably can also come into the real world. Now, I don't know what for sure requires that, like is required for that to happen. Maybe there's some specific. I'm sure in the game there's probably some specific trigger that will make her potentially show up and stalk us in the real world. Anyway, so the way we got away from her was we went back eventually after doing a couple of other things first that we had to do, like that were, basically like quest items or mission items or whatever. After we did those couple of things, then we went back down into the cellar to that altar, the demonic altar, and we flipped the cross back to right side up, and then we were no longer in the demon realm. Like I said, that doesn't mean she's not going to show up, but now we're at least for temporarily we are no longer threatened by Hollow Elizabeth. But like I said, I'm still sneaking around the house because I'm pretty sure she's going to be able to show up in reality at some point. I think that's about it. So we don't really know a whole lot about what all's happened in the town. Um, that cross that we had turned upside down that I talked about, we found that in the well, which is down in the basically the center of the map. There's also an altar, and I think it's just kind of like the altar that's in our cellar. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that's exactly the same or anything, but I think that altar is also like a demonic altar. Okay. And apparently, I can only go off of assumptions based on what we've seen in the game so far, right? But apparently, um, the Hollow Elizabeth and everything has brought about a lot of death in the town. Because if you go over to where the Rhodes house is again, then go just a little bit west from there, so there's the shed. We had gone at one point, we had to go out and get something from the shed. So when we go out to the shed, they're like these, basically like ham hocks, although I think they were like sides of cow, so like sides of beef. But like, they'd been butchered and they were hanging, right? Like you do in a butcher shop where it drains the blood and stuff, right? So there's these dead, cow slabs of meat hanging. So we go to the back of the shed where we needed to get the stuff. When we turn around, we come back. As we turned around, all of those slabs of cow meat turned into people. So a bunch of corpses hanging in the shed. Now, it was, it was an optical illusion. We didn't right at that moment suddenly have a bunch of corpses. But the point is that obviously that's supposed to kind of be reflective of some stuff that happened in the past. So I can only assume that this whole demonic ritual with Samagina and with Hollow Elizabeth caused some kind of widespread death in the village. And that death could be just Hollow Elizabeth is out active and is slaughtering people, but it could also be more demonic ritual stuff where they had to actually kill people, and so those people were actually ones that were ritually sacrificed or something. It's hard to know. Anyway, and so we inherited this Rhodes house with all of this crap attached to it. And the village is pretty much, I mean, I don't know if it's 100% so, but the village is pretty much abandoned. Like, I have not seen another soul. Well, okay, obviously I've seen like ghosts and the demon and stuff, but minus those, I've not seen another being in the whole town. It's completely abandoned. For good reason, obviously. If all that crap happened in your town, wouldn't you want to leave before you were a victim? I would. But that's kind of where we are with things. So that you know. So right now that we've returned, okay, so these are like some achievement things you can do. We've already done a couple of them. We find one more golden totem, and we get that, and there get more names for the family tree, light a few more candles, etc., etc., etc. Okay, but if you go not here, okay, we need to find the code for a jewelry box. There's a jewelry box that we were unable to open We need to find the code somewhere. I don't know where the code is. Additionally, we have this small key here, which will open a box somewhere. I don't know where that box is. And I don't know if we open that before we do the jewelry box with the code. I don't know what the order is. Obviously, the jewelry box with the code is just a code. We don't need this small key. So this small key, so there are two boxes. There's one that takes this key and one that we need a code for. And I don't know where we get which one. Up the stairs there and around a little bit, like around over here, is a room that used to be Elizabeth's room. And that's where the jewelry box is. The small box, I'm not sure. I don't know where the small box is that we're supposed to unlock. I'm trying to think if there's another... box somewhere that I'm not remembering. In the Rhodes house, I don't think so, honestly. I'm trying to... Most places were dead ends where either we found another item previously or we... I think interacted with something that we needed, like a switch or something. So I'm trying to think. I don't remember any other boxes though. So we don't really have a map of the mansion, unfortunately. We have a map of the town. I don't have a map of this house. But if I go through, walking through in my head where things were, okay. So there's the cellar down below. There's no box down there. We came up the stairs and back up to the actual mansion. There's no box on the way through there. When we got back into the mansion, there were a set of barrels kind of lined up, a couple of lines of barrels, and it was like a path that we kind of followed, then came back out to a hall. Nothing in there. When we got back out into the hall, there's a room over off and to the right that does not have a box. Well, no, it has a box, but we already opened that previously. And then the other side of that... Let's go over there and see. I still don't think that there's a box, but let's go make sure. Okay, so we came back over here. So and this, in the demon world, this is all clear, so you can walk up the stairs. But in this world, this is all blocked off. I don't know why that is. Maybe there's a serious threat that comes from there, and that's why that's blocked off. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, we came basically coming back out from the cellar. We came back through here and then up these steps. So this is the side room I was thinking of. But we have... You got to be careful when Hollow Elizabeth is wandering around. If she sees you or hears you, she'll come after you. And you have these broken things that are like broken glass on the floor. So she potentially could hear you then, right? Yeah, we already opened this before. There's nothing else in here. There's no box over there. And in the demon world, we could go through here. But yeah, we cannot go through here in normal reality. There's another way to get to that other side. But I'm just saying, so from here, we're not really going to be getting a box. There's no box in here. I've already looked through here multiple times. There's that one. We already opened that. There's no... When I say no box, I mean no unopened box. Just to clarify. So if you see a box, but it's open, I'm not talking about that one. We've already done that, obviously. Yeah, there's nothing there. come back over here. There's no box. There's no box at all over there, actually. I already went back up there. Yeah, welcome home showed up. I can't remember if that showed up before or after we went to the demon realm. I think it was after, but it might have been right before. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I think it was before. So come over here. This is kind of the other direction to get over to the, you would think. You open that door. Yeah, see this stuff? Who is that? That's... Yeah, that's... I think... the hair. I think... So that's either Edward Rhodes or William Anderson, right? I don't think that's Frank. I think that's Edward Rhodes. So somebody did not like him and or was pissed at him and messed up his photo. This comes through. These are the doors that were blocked off. This is the other side of those. This is where we came through. We would have come through if we were able to. But see, I don't see any box or anything here. And that's we have a no. We do have a key, but the thing is, this is for a small box. I don't think this will work here. Yeah, it does not open that door. So we need a key for this also. At some point, we'll get that, I assume. But see what I mean? Though there's a lot of... Anyway, upstairs, like I said, you go over here, there's Elizabeth's old room with a jewelry box. That's the one we need the code for, not the key. And then over to the side, there's a little short start of a hallway, and there's a bunch of boards, and it's all blocked off. And on the other side of that is also no. We've already been up there. And then down here is just the kitchen, which does not have a box in it. So where does that box go? We've already looked through all this junk. There was a key in that one, I think, or one of these pots. There was a key before. I'm wondering. I mean, it's a pretty big stretch because I have no idea that it's actually what we need to do. But I'm wondering if this key goes to something in the House of Andersons. Because I don't remember if I opened all the boxes over there. Because, for example, that cross that opened, or that was used on that demonic altar in the cellar of the Rhodes house, that cross was found way over in the well. So it's very possible this key goes all the way over to the House of the Andersons. I'm going to go over there. Yeah, I'm going to go over there and see. We might not need to go over there at all. I might just be wasting time, but I'm going to go over there and see. Now, I'm not running. I'm sneaking because when we were heading to the well, there was a Grim Reaper thing. I mean, maybe it's just, probably just a jump scare thing, of course. But there's a little Grim Reaper ghost type thing. So let's see. As we're heading up the path, so you see where it says secret path. Look at the word, the S for on secret path. Okay, so just to the left of the S, there's that path there that we were taking. Okay, as we were heading up that path to the west, there's a little, it doesn't show up on the map, but there's a little path that goes to the altar. So as we were heading up that path, about around the S there's like this Grim Reaper ghost thing went past us, in the distance, went across the path over toward the altar. And then we ended up having to go, instead of going right to the altar, we went left to the well. So, that could, like I said, that could all be just jump scare, but because in the demon world we were attacked and killed 3 times by Hollow Elizabeth, I'm not going to make any assumptions that this is all just, in my head and whatever, visual and not actual going to get me killed. So I'm going to, even though it'll take a while to do so, as a result, I'm going to sneak all the way over to the house of the Andersons because we could totally get attacked on the way if I'm not quiet. We can get attacked anyway, but I mean, you increase your chances of not dying if you don't draw things to you. I mean, I guess it's already too late to not die in the game, if that was my goal. But since I'm playing it blind, I never expect to, I survived it without dying. I never expect to achieve that, of course. Up this way, through there, is that path that heads to the well and the altar. Actually, no. Right there is what goes to the secret path on the map that's just south of us. That, before, that main gate by the Rhodes house was locked and shut with wires. And we've since opened it, but that was a while into the game before we had something to open that to cut the wires. So in the meantime, the secret path was the only way we were able to enter the Rhodes property. Okay, so anyway, that's where that is. I did not know what direction this game was going to take in terms of story and stuff. So early on, I was making some kind of wild, not assumptions, but kind of wild guesses. Maybe it could mean something like this. See, this is kind of the fact that there is no body in this coffin. That's obviously a little nerve-wracking. Right, because whatever was in those coffins, the dead bodies or whatever, could be wandering around. Anyway, so early on, because I had no idea what the storyline was or anything, I had not assumed it was so, but I had thought to myself, Lunacy, Luna is the moon. Maybe this is something with the moon. Maybe it has something to do with werewolves or something. It doesn't. It's demons and spirits, but I had some early guesses when I was unsure. A broken down wagon. See, the town has been around for a really long time. But like I said, I think current time, I think it's supposed to be like the 1960s. Because you look at the hairstyle and stuff, and the fact they're like dial phones that have like the rotary, the little like wheel that spins when you dial one number out of a phone number. So, that was something that was in style up until cell phones, really. So until like the 1990s, well, still in use in the 1990s. It wasn't until probably mid 2000s that those finally went away. Pretty much completely, unless you want a special item or something. Anyway, so the point is that those phones are like all over the place in the mansion and stuff, in the Rhodes mansion and stuff. So I can only assume that this is at least as far back as the 1970s. But also, at least as far back as like the 1980s or 1970s. And the fact that those are around. This cannot be the late 1800s. There's no way this is the late 1800s. They did not have those rotary style phones until like the 1940s or something like that. So it's got to be like 1940s to 1970s, somewhere in there. See, there's that house there. What is that? If I'm facing that, yeah, that's whatever that thing is in the center there, south. We cannot get through there, but anyway. Because the Andersons will be coming up here shortly. See, and the fact that there was that vision of the dead bodies and stuff, and the whole town is abandoned, makes me think that you can encounter like ghosts, demons, whatever, pretty much anywhere in town, not just the Rhodes house. I could be incorrect, but I'm thinking you probably are going to run into them wherever. So this is a cellar, but I mean, human bones as well as cow and deer and stuff. So that's another reason to be a little wary, is like, okay, well, there were human bodies in there. That can't be an okay thing. It can't be a nothing. It's got to be something, right? So okay, let's see if there's anything in here that needed a key. Shut this again if we can. Also, when we were early in the game, we came here first, obviously, before the Rhodes house, right? Like I was saying. So when we came here early in the game, might have been this window even. Anyway, there was like that same thing like that happened near the well, over by that altar where the Grim Reaper thing kind of went by. It looked like something peeked at us through one of the windows, and then went away eventually afterwards. So I don't remember if there's a box in here or not that we've not unlocked. Not over there. Yeah, you can exit out there as well into, I think it's like the garage or something. Also, this fire's already burning. Why? I didn't put anything in this fire to burn. So why would that already be active? I don't know. Did we open this box earlier? I don't remember. Yeah. And we're not opening this. Looks like a little cookie box or something. Like I said, this might all be pointless, right? I don't remember if there was a box here that we had failed to unlock. Not seeing it here. That over there would have been, or might have been, one I was briefly remembering. Maybe. Like I said, I don't actually remember, but there might have been something like subconsciously where I was like, oh, and then realized after the fact there's actually, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't conscious of there being a box, but somewhere in the back of my head there was this whole idea of, oh yeah, there's a box. I don't know. That's already open. Another radio, of course. Yeah, there's nothing with this, I don't think. Like, no secret compartment or anything on this, I don't think. This game does auto saves. There are no manual saves. So it does make it a little like you gotta reach a certain checkpoint before you can get out of the game safely. Unless you want to just redo stuff later. It's always a possibility too, of course. Yeah, I don't see any box that hasn't been opened. These are newspaper clippings I looked at before. So I guess there was nothing here. Where's that box that I need a key for, though? Maybe I've not found the box yet? I don't know. Strange. Is this... This isn't the combination, or you'd say something, wouldn't he? This wouldn't be the code for the box, I don't think. Maybe. That's awfully early to give you the combination for the box, but it's possible. I'll write it down, and then we'll see if it turns out to be anything or if it's just some random number. Let me... I think... Based on the last number, I think that first one's a 4. Could be a 9, but I'll put a 4 and then like a 9 beneath it, so I've got that as well. 418 704. Then below the 7, there's a 3. I don't think that's going to be anything we need, but... And then up above, just has the number 25 and then a word, so that's not going to be it. Okay. There's no other... I did not go through that one window into like the garage or whatever. So I can do that and see if there might be something anyway, despite... Over here. It's not the garage, it's like a back porch. Actually. What am I caught on? Okay, this is weird. Hang on, let me fix... I'm caught on that. It's being weird. Try this again. And not get caught on the geometry. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any boxes or anything to open. And that's the path back out to leave the village, yeah. It's basically just a dead end. There's a well. Or well, water pump, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me load. Yeah, we'll technically be back in the demon world temporarily, but it's just walking forward, just quietly. Then we just walk forward and down, and then go to the altar and turn the cross again. It's gonna be faster because that's basically all we had done in the house. Find a way to return to the living dimension was our goal, and that's by turning the cross back upside down again. And then find the code for the jewelry box, of course. A Desert Journal updated. Maybe that'll give me a hint. Hang on. The bottom of the rabbit hole cracks in reality. I find myself in a strange and terrifying dimension where the very air seems to pulse with malevolent energy. Entities I could not have fathomed exist in this place, and I can't help but wonder how they travel between the abysmal dimension and the real world. Perhaps they slip through the cracks in the fabric of reality. Yeah. Yeah, so St. Rhodes, there's the village, it's abandoned, talks about that, and then down the rabbit hole talks about how the house, the Rhodes house itself, seems like it might be alive or something. And then this is after we've come back to reality from the demon dimension. I could have sworn when I first came through here and was going to turn that, I could have sworn either of these two was going to come after me. They never did. Either when I switch it to the demon dimension or afterward when I go back to normal. So I don't know. Okay, so I guess we'll go up since we um since I wrote that down. Like I said, I don't imagine that's what we need, but since I did go there and write it down, I'm gonna see if that's the code we need for her jewelry box. You see, the house does crap like that, and you're like, oh, no, that's awesome and stuff. Those doors are open in the demon realm, but not in this one. I already talked about the stairs there. Radio's gonna go on now. Maybe now. Try to avoid the glass as much as possible. Like I said, if she can come into this realm and she gets aggressive when you make noise and stuff, that's not awesome. So this is the other thing is there's the inventory list here. This could be. This refers, I'm pretty sure this goes directly to the people hanging in the shed that I talked about before. The backside's just kind of see through, I guess. I guess. was... I could have sworn the jewelry box was in here. Was it not? Oh, the jewelry box was in here. Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's in the actual bedroom here. I don't remember. Yeah, it's here. Here we go. Yeah, it's 3. 3 digits. There's no way that other thing amounts to the digits we need. The other one's like 7, 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever long. There's no way that's the same. So, where do I get that code? Who's he in the family tree? I don't know who he would be. Doesn't really look like some. Maybe he's Harry Rhodes? Oh, maybe that's Harry. Is that Lillian? No, that's like Elizabeth. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know which one it's supposed to be. I guess it's fine. Whatever. There's not a number in here that I'm missing, right? We saw that finger earlier. See, spirit version of her, whatever, showed up here earlier when we picked up that finger. There's nothing in these notes or anything either. Can't examine them more closely. I don't know. Three-digit number. Where in the crap is that going to be? I mean, the palm prints here. Technically, I suppose it could be 555, but I doubt it. I mean, that seems silly to have it be like that. It could be. I just don't think that happens to be what it will be. see. Numbers of crosses. Oh, it seems to be the same. 3 there. Like 3 over there. One, two, three, 4. 1, 3. So 1, 3, 4? Possibly. There's this number over here too, but that's more than 3 numbers. Plus 13 is not going to be on one of the rotations, right? It's going to be 0 to 9. So 3, 4, 1, maybe 4, 3, 1. I mean, it's worth a try. I don't think it'll be it, but we could try it. See anything with the fireplace going on? Yeah, okay. I don't know. We'll try 4, 3, 1, or 1, 3, 4, 1, 4, 3. Well, I mean, we'll try different combinations. 4, 3, 1. Okay. Four, 3, 1. Nope. 4, 1, 3. No. Dude, we'll just do 1 here. 1, 3, 4. 1, 4, 3. And finally 3, 4, 1, 3, 1. 4. Yeah, it's none of those. It is not any of those. So I am not sure. I don't see numbers in here that'd be any kind of clue. If I look at diary entries, I don't think we have anything in any of those either. None of those. Yeah. We're George, and Harry is our dad, and Lillian is our mom. This is Harry saying that he's trying to fight against something very evil and dangerous because it could destroy everything we hold dear. And he's fighting for our future. But, I mean, obviously, he died. We inherited the house. So obviously, that did not work out for him, unfortunately. This is the whole William talking to his son Simon. He hates the Rhodes family. His uncle apparently admired the Rhodes, but he didn't. He hated them. I guess he's talking about his mom had suffered because of them. Anyway, but it said they totally ignored God's teachings and ended up serving evil. I mean, the whole summoning the demon thing obviously is what he's talking about, right? And William even got to the point where he's happy that Edward went missing. He was afraid of what Edward might do to him. No, that's not Edward is not the threat, dude. Yeah, Samagina. But I'm not seeing any numbers in any of these, right? I'm just seeing. Yeah, this is the whole his idea to put a demon horn into Elizabeth's head. Um, there's something oddly familiar about this symbol, but yeah. So there's nothing in the journals. Like I said, I didn't think there was. So we have to find another journal or something. I wish I remembered where that box was that we were supposed to unlock with a small key. But it might not, like I said, it might not have anything to do with remembering, right? We might not have even been there and seen it yet. I don't know. I thought we had, but we might not have. Can go through further here, right? But there's not really anything over here when you go through it. And I guess you actually can't. Not in this dimension. I must have been thinking about the other dimension or whatever. Or another part of the house entirely. I'm not sure. Where is that box? It's basically two things I'm looking for right now, right? Either the combination for the box that's in Elizabeth's room, or some box that I've not yet unlocked. Like I had pointed out earlier, there's technically a door that's locked that I can't open, but I think I've just been to the other side behind where that door is, so it doesn't really matter. Not seeing any numbers. Could be something still over at the dining room. It's definitely possible that there's still something in the dining room or whatever. Uh, wasn't anything on this pile of boxes, right? Yeah, no. I don't know if you can get through here without walking on the glass. I don't think so. I guess if you go slowly enough, it doesn't crunch. So the game lets you tiptoe through it. And who is that in the family tree? That. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Elizabeth still. I'm not yet another portrait of Elizabeth. Before her demon transition. So is she, if she's part human and part demon, is she like trans demon? How does that work in modern day? I don't know how we would say that. I don't. Still don't see anything here. Unless this unlocked. Yeah, it's still locked. Well, crap. I'm not making any progress today. I'm not figuring out where the stupid boxes are, or codes. Wouldn't be a time, I don't think. You're only going to get 2 numbers off that, right? Even though there are technically are seconds being counted by a clock. You're not generally, the second hand is going to be constantly moving, so it's not going to be a thing that's going to help you out, really. The roaches are all going that way. What does that mean? Does that mean they're nervous or something? I don't know. Probably not. And what was in here? Box just flew trying to scare me. Didn't work, but it was a good try, I guess. I don't think there's any box back here, but I guess it doesn't hurt to look again. Let's see. I mean, unless Elizabeth shows up and kills me or something, then obviously it hurts technically, but... There are definitely some parts of this house that I don't remember well enough. Clearly. Or I could have just walked through and said, "Oh, I know there is no box here," but I didn't know. I'm like, there might be somewhere that I'm not remembering, right? There's nothing up there. Just wine bottles. More wine bottles. Oh, what is this? Oh, right. Yeah. That's a fuse box that we did way earlier in the game. That's all that's back here is the fuse box, though, huh? That's unfortunate. I don't know. Jeez. I'm going to have to look that up. Holy crappo. I don't know where the code is going to be. I don't know where the small box that takes the key is. Over there. Was less entertaining on a stream. Sorry. I would have thought I would have figured it out by now. I guess not. See, the problem is I see sets of numbers, but they're too many. I only need 3 numbers, not 6 or 7 or whatever, right? It's a bit of a problem. See a number on any of this stuff. Gosh. Might as well just delete this stream almost. Like, frick. Is it this obscure? 3 pencils here, so 3 is one of the numbers. I need to look for other sets of pencils lying around. Probably not. That's super obscure if that's what you're supposed to do. Cigarette butts. Yeah, we were supposed to meet a detective at the house, and he never showed up. Or well, we've never run into him. He's not been around. I think he was smoking while he was waiting for us. Probably got attacked by something malevolent in the house and ended up getting killed. I'm guessing. Am I missing? Son of a... How am I still missing? I already saw her before, right? I don't know who that is, but somebody. Maybe that was Elizabeth as a little girl. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna call it. We're not getting anywhere. Suck, dude. What the hell? I think next time. I think I'm gonna have to look it up and see how you do that. I really don't know. Sorry, that was not a very entertaining stream, probably. It's frustrating because I can't think of any place where I don't know. Oh, well, it is what it is, I guess. In 8 hours, we will be streaming again. We'll be doing Stasis Bone Totem for the next stream. So, if you're able to make it, Cresting Dust, or anybody else who might watch, appreciate the support. I will see you then. Otherwise, take care of yourself. Have a great day. Be safe. Till next time. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.